Okay guys, so today is Wednesday, April 30th, and last Thursday I was asked to write a graduation speech. Now, how this was done was like really terrible because my mom called me, or she texted me, I can't remember, but she said the counselor want to see you in the counseling department. Didn't give any context, just said you want to see me in the office with the counselor. I'm like, well, what could this be about? Could this be about graduation? Could I not have enough credits? Could they miscalculate something? And it got me all nervous for no reason, just to say, bring me in and say, all right, you're going to do a speech for graduation. And that's it. They gave me any examples, no, nothing. Just said, speech, and it's due Wednesday. Well, now it's Wednesday, and I just kind of finished a rough draft about it. And so you read the title. I'm going to include Matt Sturniolo in this. Now, the reason why I'm including Matt in there is because I don't know if you've seen it, but in my YouTube bio, it says a quote by Matt: always work on what you can fix and not what you can't. And so I've really used this quote very heavily. I'm really grateful for this quote. And I've kind of like based my whole speech off of this. Now, originally, I kind of just wanted this just to be like the ending part of it, because it kind of made my whole speech. Because I don't really know what else to talk about, but I've kind of just talked about that and like not dwelling on the past and stuff like that. So I just finished a rough draft, probably gonna fix it in a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn it in. Okay, so I submitted my speech to someone. They're gonna have to look over it and review it, make sure it's all good. I don't know if I ever mentioned it in the last clip, but I wrote about 500 words, so I hope that's enough. I wouldn't have to add anything or change anything, because I feel like in some part of the speech it was a little repetitive, but yeah. So hopefully that'll be okay. But I'll let you guys know. Keep y'all updated. Keep y'all posted. Thanks. Alright guys, so I was really supposed to memorize my speech this morning, but I got lazy and didn't do that. But I'm wearing my Let's Trip merch, the one that I wore to the tour, so give me good luck. So we're having graduation practice at the actual place we're going to be graduating at, so hopefully that will go well. And hopefully I don't have to say my speech, because I don't really have it memorized. So hopefully today, after I get my hair done, I will be able to finish memorizing them, hopefully, because it's Thursday currently and graduation is on Saturday. So yeah, hopefully I'll get onto that, hopefully. Alright, please excuse the wind and my hair. It's like all over the place right now. But since we're at graduation practice right now, since the school in front of us, they're not done yet, I'm gonna work on my graduation speech and memorize that. Alright, now we're heading to eat. Whoop whoop! And then I'm gonna memorize my speech hopefully by tonight.
Yay! Woo! And then you're gonna print it so I can put it in your book.
Yep.
I'm so proud of you, Sarah.
Thank you. Kind of nervous to do my speech.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine.
I'm gonna mess up.
You're not gonna mess up. Mm-hmm. That's why they got it printed so you can look down.
Yeah, but I don't want to look down. I want to have it memorized where I don't have to do that.
You practice, and hopefully you won't need to look down.
Yep.
The paper's there just in case.
Yep.
Alright, what we eating?
Hopefully I don't mess up. I don't know.
What we eating?
Bye. Alright guys, so back from my hair appointment. I really feel like my hair looks really good. I'm going to start working on my speech, memorizing it. Hopefully I can have it memorized. I'm going to try to memorize it fully so I don't have to look back at the paper. But yeah, I'm super excited. Hopefully it won't take too long to memorize. It's basically 2 pages and just like maybe a couple lines on the 3rd page. But I also want to add like a short little thing, because I know originally in my speech I put Matt's quote and I explained like Matt and like what he did, but I couldn't really connect it really to like what he was saying. So I'm gonna include yesterday's problem in there, not gonna include yesterday's problem like quote of like what he said to explain what yesterday's problem is. But you'll see in the speech and like how I included that in there. But yeah, I just want to give you all that update. Oh, forgot to mention that this still is the same day. I just changed out my shirt from I had earlier, because for my haircut there was a couple of hairs on there. I didn't like cut off too much hair, but there was still hair on there, so just changed out that shirt. But yeah, I'm looking over speech now, and I'm going to just update you on something really quickly. Apparently this speech is only like a page and maybe like a little under half a page. I think I was saying that it was 2 pages because I blew up the speech so it would be easier to memorize if we had to like bring in our own paper. So yeah, so it's not really that long. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I think it's like really only like 500 words. Hold on, let me check real quick. Yeah, right now it's a little over 500 words. It's 517 right now. But I just edited it and put in yesterday's problem in there. And I forgot I put yesterday's problem quote in there, but I didn't directly mention like yesterday's problem. It's Matt's personal project. But yeah. I don't think it's going to take long to memorize because I was thinking it was way longer. Like I mentioned, I thought it was 2 pages, but it's really not. So yeah, I'm going to get back to memorizing. I don't think it's going to be that hard to memorize it because it's like basically talking what I'm passionate about and it's talking about Matt. And I did like write it myself, I didn't have any help from AI. So I think it's going to be pretty easy, hopefully. I'm going to get back to memorizing. Alright guys, so I just finished memorizing my speech for the day. I think I mostly got it memorized. I definitely got the first part pretty down. I think I kind of got like the last few parts down. I don't know. But I've deleted a sentence for there. It's now 508 words. The only reason why I deleted it because I feel like it repeats stuff. I feel like my speech kind of repeats stuff, kind of just based on like what Matt quote I've used for the speech, which y'all see like in the video because I'm going to include a video of the actual speech at the end. So it's getting down to the wire where I have to speak it, but at least a little bit more confident than I was yesterday, because yesterday I didn't really like memorize it, but today like I feel like I got it down pat. I feel a little bit more confident. Like when we went to graduation practice, really like when I did it, I was like really nervous. I wasn't even speaking, but like, we really said like one line and then we said like the first line and the last line of our speech. And I just got anxiety just from like doing that. But I feel like if I go up there, I feel like I'm gonna be more comfortable, that I'm more like used to it. But we don't have any more graduation practices. So, but yeah, I hope it's gonna go okay. Alright, so we just got home for a bunch of different things. Got my nails done. Now Benza helped me review my speech. It's the night before graduation. Just putting some finishing touches on there. I think I mostly got it memorized. Just gotta get it down pat, because when me and Ben were practicing a little bit earlier, we just did it 2 times practicing, really. Well, really, it was only 1. Anyways, so I knew everything, and just at some points I had to look down and see what I had to do next. So I'm gonna try not to look at the paper at graduation, but we will see. So yeah, me and Ben are gonna go do that now. Alright guys, so it's day of graduation! Woo! I'm look over my speech a couple more times, and then that's it. That's all I get, and I have to perform it in front of everybody. Woo! I'm excited right now. When I get up there, I'm probably gonna feel the anxiety, and when it gets close to time, I'm probably gonna feel the nervousness, but right now, not right now, but I'm sure I will. But, I'm just gonna use deep breathing techniques like I got from Matthew. Alright, we are leaving for graduation! Woo! I'm ready to say my speech. It's really hot outside. I'm so glad we're doing this inside, because outside I feel like I would heat up really quickly. But good thing it's inside. Hopefully the AC is working. But yeah, I'm gonna memorize my speech, or look at my speech one last time before I get in, but heading over there now. Nerves starting to kick in. Hopefully it will go well. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the class of 2025 West graduation. Over the years, we have faced many challenges that made us the students that we are today. Some good memories, some bad, some we'll cherish forever, and some we'll want to forget. Because who wants to remember that one embarrassing moment we had in class and wish things played out differently? Now relating to that, I have some advice from Matt Sturniolo. Now if you're wondering who Matt Sturniolo is, my parents, specifically my dad, will say, no, don't ask her that, because she'll talk her head off about him. So I'm going to keep it nice and short. Matt is someone who runs the YouTube channel with his 2 other triplet brothers, and alongside that, he has his personal project named Yesterday's Problem. Now I'm going to talk about yesterday's problem a little later on, but for right now, I'm going to focus on a quote that is very meaningful to me. So meaningful that I made it my senior quote. It's in my Instagram bio, and it's something that I use in my everyday life. And that quote is, always work on what you can fix and not what you can't. Now the premise of this quote talks about not letting the past affect you too much. Don't forget about the past, because whatever happened, happened, and it was real. It could have been a bad grade on a test, and you're like, man, I really wish I would have studied harder, or studied this specific section harder. But as hard it is to comprehend, you can't change the past. You can only build off of it. So you think you could have studied more? Take that into account for the next test you have and build off it. Everything you've done in the past, use it as a learning opportunity. Now for athletes, you may think, man, I really wish I would have scored that one goal. Maybe if I would have scored, I would have won us the game. You can't dwell on the past too much, if you simply can't change it, no matter how hard you try. Learn from your mistakes, build off it, and do better because of them. And like Matt says, leave yesterday's problem in the past, build off them to be a better person. Every experience you had in high school, use it in college or the workforce or whatever you decide to do after high school. Whatever happened in high school, cherish it and use what you learned. I know everything you learn in high school might not seem like it will come in handy, like the Pythagorean theorem, but trust me, everything you learn and experience has a purpose. Everything you learn in high school has affected the person you are today. So remember, don't dwell on the past, focus on learning from it and for all the good memories it brought you. And graduates, the future is yours and it's yours to shape. Thank you. All right, that's a full thoughts on speech.
You did good.
Woo!
Although I can't believe you brought up the stormy yellows.
Well, it's not a graduation speech without Matt Sturniolo in there.
You didn't get him? Who's got my phone? Who's got my phone? But I got 50 million things.
Mom, what did you think of the speech?
Well, it's good. You did a good job. You did a good job.
I don't know.
I was proud of you. I laughed whenever you said about your dad, talking about, no. I've been talking about that.
Ben, what did you think? Ben helped me.
I think it was pretty good.
Woo! Woo! And that's a wrap.